separate short creative nonfiction pieces. I write nonfiction. I know by the end you're going to say, really? These are nonfiction? And the answer will be yes. And, and that's why this is part of the heat for Christy, because I will be so embarrassed by the end. So red. Okay, first one's called I Confess. See if I can see this. See if you can hear me. I covet your father, not in the lusting for an old... Did you do that? I covet your father, not in the lusting for an older man way, but I ache for him. You know, the times when I sprawl on your sofa, your dad is called, I know he can recite your number by heart, even though it's in his speed dial. And listening to your end of the conversation, I can tell he's asked how are things, and he knows what things are. And every year you find a birthday card from him in your mailbox on the exact day of the correct month, one chosen with a likeness of your dog on the front. I'm happy for you. You know I am. I'm in my 60s, decidedly an adult. But when you announce, my dad asked me to lunch Tuesday, it's jealousy chiseling my smile. I know he checked his calendar, then blocked out the afternoon. And when you struck the stage to accept your award, I hold my stomach, hungry to trade places. Understand, I never envy you your recognition. But sitting somewhere in my row, your dad slants forward, eyes greedy, and a grin consuming his face. Ever a glutton for occasions to celebrate you. And as you feast on your dad's litany, I love you, honey, way to go, sweetheart, I'm so proud. I want to taste exactly what you taste. I want his mouth to be my dad's mouth. What it trumpets to celebrate me. Now here I sit, sickened, confessing how I yearn for your dad and regret having had mine. After all, mine didn't physically abuse me or abandon the family. I agonize over families living with those fathers. We both do. And when you say, I know your dad hurt you too, and you do say it because your empathy runs deep, I spout my stock, self-effacing. That was only emotional, never physical. But I have scars, and they still sting, and it's embarrassing. Lowering my dad into his grave over 10 years ago, I felt relief, and I buried any willingness to forgive him for not caring to know me. But that's not quite the truth, is it? You see right through me. It's that I can't excuse him for not showing me that he loved me, or, whether real or imagined, for not loving me. Maybe I'm not so adult. Now, however, and I hope you forgive me, I can admit it. I desire the dad I never had, yours. I know what's making that noise.
Your picture. You can lay him right here.
Okay. Next essay. To be physically unfit. Some of you will relate to this. Some of you won't. I will not become fit.
We've been waiting for
Of course, I've been
hour.
advised to change my ways. When I left my last physical, my doctor handed me my normal test results, along with a handwritten, recommend 1 hour of exercise 7 times per week. I ignored it. He doesn't know what I know. A plethora of current research finds that for those of us writing life's posterior, spending less than half that amount of time working out is adequate. Plus, I knew physical exertion was out of the question when I woke the next morning to find my hair was not drowned rat flat, and I diagnosed that any head sweat would require redoing my hairdo. My body parts have celebrated more than 60 birthdays, and I have not purposefully worked any of them in 6 years. It could be 7. But when I'm over here, I went shopping after playing 2 sets of tennis, or damn it, my half marathon time was a little over last year's. I stop to explain my road towards staying in shape. Yes, since retiring from teaching 8th graders in order to write, I have moved my computer to a standing position. Now, whose brain is working harder? And I am useful. In my basement, I weave my way between a grimy step, Exerball, mini tramp, thigh master, resistance bands, hula hoop, free weights, and elliptical. Proof that having passed beyond the infomercial netherworld, I am now a formidable resource for helping others to resist rowing and stretching and lifting and bouncing and pressing their thighs together. Finally, now anti-fitness and single, I've had a chance to glimpse that sublime, typically male bastion, denial. I encounter men online whose profiles and photos represent them as 5 inches taller, 30 pounds lighter, and 10 years younger than what I see when we meet face to face. And I've come to realize they are not lying. These men ignore, do not believe sizes on waistbands or bulges over belts or bare scalps where hair formerly sprouted. For example, Brad was not embarrassed when, after I had scoured the bar for the man I had hoped would be my perfect match, and I had turned to exit, he rose to his full 5'5" from the seat in front of me, held out his hefty hand, and said, "Judith, hi, it's me, I'm Brad." And this is true, there was a twinkle in his eyes. I was not angry. That was not the conduct of somebody caught in a lie, right? Denial, it's a splendid place where exercise is a sweaty waste of time, and 5-year-old snapshots still speak the truth. Think of the many women living in that precarious place where they operate in self-critical hyperdrive and careen into mirrors that reflect only imperfections. So, you men in denial, squeeze over, please. I am sitting with you on this. We will live blissfully on while others fret over insufferable fictions or facts. Now, when I listen to scientists corroborating on NPR about weight-bearing exercise, curbing bone loss in aging women, it is not about me. How prudent to have rejected being fit and instead gained entry into Brad's beautiful world. Dwelling there will serve me well as I sometimes stand at my computer and write through the coming years. What bone loss? Okay, I'll make this the last one. It's called Getting to Know You, Updated. My side of the conversation. Is there a 3-date rule after 60? Your body's amazing. Biking? Thanks. Yes, rub right there. No, just above my butt. I love that spot. Wait, not my thighs. I hate my thighs. You smell good. You have 3 nipples. Sorry, I've never seen that. Does it make you feel better if I shave mine? Shit, your first wife lost both to cancer. Do you like it this way? They're in that drawer. I have a daughter too. Does she worry? No, I mean about breast cancer in the family. I like you too. Oh. Have you asked her? Where's the condom? Well, it's your call about the herpes. I'm careful about symptoms, but it's never 100%.
Oh.
Okay, my last husband never caught it. We didn't use condoms for 10 years. Sure, I can come more than once. Really? Menopause decreases sex drive? Huh? Oh. No, I never knew. It was some guy over 30 years ago. Jesus, that's a long time. The awful part was when I was pregnant with the symptoms. Is this good? If it's active during delivery. Sorry, that's such a downer. You're such a nice man. She's fine. Yes, yes, yes. A son you never knew about? And he was already grown? Jesus. Oh my God, that's perfect. It's been too long. Did she tell him the truth? Your son? Yes, incredible. Grab that towel. You still have so much hair. It's nice. Oh, it's not my real color. It was go blonde or go gray. Men have it easy. Did you ever think about meeting him? Your son? Does your daughter know? You don't look 65. Oh, I had some nip tuck, a facelift. Thank you. That looks like meniscus surgery, funny man. Here's my appendectomy. Here's my C-section. Here's my missing ovary. Now you. Sure, I would. Love those blue pills. I'm thinking I'd love to sleep naked next to you. Do you sleep naked? I had a great time too. The reasons for my last divorce? How about once we know each other?